One. All right, we're live. We're live now. Let me briefly share my screen. GM, everyone. Hope everyone can hear me. Let me briefly share my screen. Please feel free to invite anyone you want to the stream. All right, my screen is visible, right? Let me share the link.
Okay, your screen is live now.
All right.
You can see.
I think X is having issues with StreamYard rather, in terms of sharing their videos. I think it's a technical glitch that X is having. Please, for those joining, feel free to share the link. All right. GM, everyone. Hope everyone can hear me. Please, if you can hear me, leave a comment or an emoji. Any will do. So let's get started. We didn't have any live stream yesterday, Thursday, and we did it on Wednesday. Reason was I stated it on Tuesday that there'll be no stream on Wednesday and Thursday because I'm traveling for a
Okay.
crypto event that I'll be speaking on. So there was no stream Wednesday and Thursday. That was communicated. So today would be like our third stream this week and also our last stream this week since it's Friday. Also, I made sure to give you guys an update about what to expect from the market within Wednesday and Thursday. And what I said was if BTC doesn't move towards 70K, going above 68, 69K, 70K, then breaking above 70 by that Tuesday and Wednesday morning, then you should expect a dump to 65K to test that support at 65K as we approach Friday. Which, if you guys notice, that was what happened. Drag lots of alts down, drag Dash by -5% yesterday, basically because of the analysis we did on Tuesday. And today, Friday, we're seeing BTC try to form like a bounce. We're seeing that from 65K. We'll talk about that more when we look at the charts, basically. Well, looking at overall view of the crypto markets, the last 24 hours, you see the grid has bumped, privacy project has bumped, and you can see some other random projects too that have moved. Now, my eyes are on Dash. If BTC doesn't dump today, we'll look at the chart and decide if it's going to or not. But if it doesn't, I'll be looking at Dash to do like a +5% to as much as +10%. I'm looking at that features position to like take a long. Then we'll also look at some other projects that would give us like opportunities too. But first, we'll start with looking at BTC overall chart pattern. Now, if we zoom out to the last 1 week, we'll notice something within the last 1 week after BTC dumped aggressively and it's been consolidating for almost a week now between 65 and 70K. You notice alts have recovered, not so well, not to where they were first week of January or even last week of December, not necessarily, but at least it's fair to say we can see most of them still holding 10-20% pump within the last 1 week. Now, if we zoom to the last 1 month, which is very important, you find out that most alts are down, like they are very down. A few alts that are up: Decreed, Privacy, Asta, Dex, Rain, Prediction, CC, I don't know CC, Kite, I don't really know Kite, Pippin, Meme Coin, Hype, Dex. Then they also have Stable and Morph. But so many other alts are down bad. Ethereum is down 33. This is looking at the last 30 days. It's down 33%, Dash 50%. Like in the same dump, LTC 21%, Link 29. It's just crazy. So around at 33%. Like altcoin are still very, very down from January, which will show you that we are clearly in a very brutal bear market. There's no hiding that. There's no better way of seeing it. And if you zoom out to the last 1 year, February last year till date, you find out that altcoins are still very down. It's just the privacy project that's had a good rally fourth quarter of last year till January this year. They are just the ones that are doing well. The likes of Dash, they are the ones that are still up in profit in the last 1 year. Dash, Decreed, Zcash, basically those ones. Most other coins are still down. Gold is up 77% the last 1 year. XMR is also privacy, is up almost 40%. Hype, Dex is up almost 30% or 10 something percent from last year. But most other projects, if you check, they are down bad. Like they are very, very down in the last 1 year, which it's not good in any way. But yeah, let's jump to the market and actually tell us what you think so far based on the overall market outlook. What do you think is going on? What do you think is happening? February will be closing soon. What are your expectations before we jump on BTC chart?
Can I be heard?
Your mic is muted.
Can I be heard
Yeah,
now?
yeah, yeah. Your mic is muted. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. All right. So the month is actually getting to an end. February is actually getting to an end. But I still feel like we might still be in that uh, indecision stage in the crypto space, especially Bitcoin. I don't see us going too high, and I don't see us going too low either. So throughout this month, I feel like we might just be getting to that range, getting to that. If you notice one thing, for almost since this February, when I think we have been okay, 69 to from 65 to 70, we have not actually crossed this range. And I feel like this might actually be it throughout this February. We might not really get that low. We are not getting that low. We are not getting that. So the market is still consolidating. And I feel like it might consolidate throughout this month. And March, I've been hearing a lot of people saying that, okay, see, this is the final phase before the final takeoff. Well, I don't really see it happening. I feel like we might save up from maybe by the end of the month, we might just kind of have a small bump, and then from March again, we might start going even lower. I don't see the market going up right now, man. Even though we are meant to go up, but I don't really see the market going up right now. But anyway, that's just from my own opinion. There is a lot of people. There is a lot of institutions are coming into crypto, but there are also institutions leaving. There are people who actually bought there. Most of them are now selling. I don't know why they are selling, but most of them are feeling like, okay, maybe we should sell. So right now, market is still where there's a whole lot of consolidation happening in the market, many indecisions happening, and I think we might be on that indecision stage for a long time before before any other decision, or before we start seeing a kind of a great news that might actually attract people now to say, okay, this is it, you are going in again. So for now, I don't see any good upward movements. That's my own decision, especially on BTC though.
All right. So I might just open the fresh BTC chart. Let's look at deep analysis via zooming out. So if you guys notice something, this is a monthly chart on BTC. So you can see from 2020 the last bull run we had 2020, you can see how we broke out, and you can see clearly we had back to back green candles monthly from like July. It's been green, green. Then September we had red. I think this was when Uniswap did their airdrop. Should be around September then when they did their airdrop. Afterwards, it was followed by green, green, green all the way till March 2021. So we had about should I say 6 consecutive green months? Yeah, about six. One, two, three, four, five, six. 6 consecutive green months. And if you count from before this red, you can say we had 8 green months with just one red in between. But we had eight. Now, if you even go back a bit further, you can see we had 10 with just two red in between. You get from like April 2020 till March 2021. We had 10 red months, 10 green months rather, with just two reds in between, which was like an insane run, like really, really, really insane rally. Now, if we go back to like 2023 and track where we had like series of green again, you can see from 2023, this was when that whole ETF hype was heating up. You can see here we were at the low of 25K as at 2023. And I recall we faced lots of resistance. We ranged around this point for a while, almost all through 2023. I can recall very well from January. We were ranging, struggling to go above 32, 33K until the ETF news came up, the hype about them approving it the following year, 2024. And we broke above and we ran again. So now, if you notice, we had one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. We had like 7 straight green months based on the whole ETF hype. And we never really saw an insane correction afterwards. We saw that pump followed by minor pullback, yet minor pullback, little correction to August. Then we had the Trump news, then now the whole shooting stuff and all of those things. All of it just happened around the right time, and we started seeing another rally again from September, October. Yet based on the whole election, trying to assassinate Donald Trump and all of those things, and the hype of what could be once Trump gets in using crypto as a yardstick for his campaign and all of those things. We saw that huge rally all the way to January when he finally became, he was sworn in as the US president. Now the hype died off again. We saw a huge pullback, followed by DeepSeek, all the whole DeepSeek talk and all. China launching their AI stuff, and the market saw a huge crash, including the stock market. We saw like a huge crash that brought us all the way down to like 74, 75K. I think it was about 74K. Yeah, we saw this correction. After which, we had another leg up that gave us this new all-time high. Now we're seeing huge dump. Structure is broken, obviously, on the monthly chart. This was the previous low we had. This was the high. This was the break. Now this structure is broken. So, like what I said on Tuesday, I think we need to see where February would close. Very important. We need to see where February would close. If February stays the way it is right now and closes below this point, then it's a no-brainer that we're going lower. If February stays where it is right now and closes below this point, like if the chart closes like this, like February closes where it is right now, then it's a no-brainer that we're obviously going lower. But if for some weird reasons February can close above this level, then we might get up a bit before we continue down. But if February closes as it is right now, then this level might not hold. This level right here might not hold. We can see BTC go as low as the range of 48, 49K, maybe worse, or that will be on the cards. We can see that happen where it can go as low as 48K or thereabout. So eyes are on where the month of February would close. These things are extremely important. Let me go down to the weekly just to see, show you guys how important this stuff was. Now, if you notice, this was the previous video we had that was saying we needed to hold. Immediately we went below that low on the daily. You will notice what happened. Immediately we went below that low. This is the low. This is it right here. Immediately we closed below it. You can see the free fall, like it's very, very clear. Immediately we closed below it, this candle, that was on the 4th of February. Immediately we closed below it. You can see the insane free fall that happened. The next daily candle, look at it, huge free fall. BTC literally lost from 73K, dumped to about 63, lost like $10,000 in one day because of what? We had breached below a major support level. So this was what caused this huge crash, a huge crash we saw in the market. Right now, we're just trying to see if we can consolidate, gather momentum to go towards the upside. If we're unable to do that, we'll obviously go down lower. It will obviously go down lower. There's no two ways about it. If we are unable to do that, we'll definitely go down lower. Definitely go down lower. Yeah, so right now, if we go to just lower time frames, so at least now you guys see why I'm very particular about where February would close. Which February is closing next week Sunday. I think next week Sunday should be 28th. Should be 28th. Today's 20th. So we really want to see where February would close. But here on the chart, you can see there's like a trend line liquidity, which BTC is trying to get up to like this level. We know we do have like a resistance somewhere around here. I did not want to draw anything on this chart, though. Maybe I'm still cleaning up all the stuff that I'm drawing. But we do know though that we have a resistance somewhere around here. So if I'll be looking for shorts for BTC, I'll be waiting for it to get here. That's what I'll be waiting for it to get here for me to take my shots. That's literally my game plan. I don't intend to trade against the trend for now. Like right now, I'm not planning or intending to trade against the trend. I'm sincerely not planning to do that. I just want to trade in the direction that BTC is moving, unless maybe scalping on lower time frames, which if you see this 4 hours, I'm scalping. But if I'm not, this is actually what I'm looking at. This is like my bias for BTC to come up, take out most of this liquidity, and get into this other block. That's where I want to short from, and my stop loss is just above this zone. So that's like my trade idea. That's my expectation for BTC. Now for alts, I've been very careful with alts. Very, very, very careful. One of the reasons is because when BTC is this volatile, altcoins can do like times three, times four, especially if BTC starts dumping. There'll be like a strong squeeze, and most of them will drop 3, 4, 5, 6%. I've noticed red has been doing something like that for a while. I've noticed it, and today it did like a good bump. So I noticed this was my last shot on red. I think I showed you guys actually last week, I guess. I've been observing red performance. I've been noticing it because I'm trying to buy it via spot, trying to accumulate it via spot. So I'm watching to see. Now, what is stopping me from accumulating is BTC move. So whatever BTC does by next week Sunday or between now and next week Sunday to be very, very instrumental for the next actionable steps I will take about coins I want to long or short in the market. For Apex is still holding this level really well, like very, very well. If you guys recall, said it that we're looking at this level. It's still holding this level very well, but I've not taken any more trades on Apex. Yesterday was a very busy day, and day before yesterday it was a very busy day for me. So I haven't. The only trade I took was on gold, and that trade hit stop loss because I didn't move to break even when it was running in profit. Let me find it and see. That was the only trade which I took just before I embarked on my journey. But I couldn't. I saw the trade when it started moving in profit, but I was too busy to log in and switch and move my SL to break even. But here I took that trade. Trying to check for it. Trying to check for it to see. Okay, yeah, here's the trade. trade actually hit SL. This particular one, I've exited this trade already, but now this was a trade I took on Wednesday and it hit SL. This one, it hit SL because I saw it moving towards my direction. It was almost at 1 to 1, but I was too busy to move my SL to break even. I kept procrastinating, and about 3, 4 hours after, I think by the time I checked, I even checked almost 7 hours after. By the time I checked, it was already here. So that's why it's always good to follow rules. And most times, if you know you're going to have a busy day, just don't trade sometimes. If you know you're going to have like a very, very busy day, you can just not trade that day. Yeah, so that was like what happened to me on that particular day. It moves towards my direction, but the standard is once it starts moving, risk management, you move your SL to break even. Assuming you don't want to protect any profits, just move your SL to break even. It goes against you eventually, it takes you out of the trade, no loss, no profit. It's like a similar thing that I did here too. When I got into this trade, started moving towards my direction. I didn't want to secure any partial. I just moved SL to break even. That's just literally what I did yesterday before sleeping. Before sleeping yesterday, I just moved the SL to break even. And by the time I woke up today, I noticed that taking me out of the trade at break even, no profit, no loss. And I just left it. It's as simple as that. So most times you need to ensure to manage your trades. You just have to. There's no two ways about it. Manage your trades. There would always be opportunities in the market. Like there would always and always and always be opportunities in the market. You can take, for example, 3 trades if you don't want to secure partial profits, if you don't want to do anything like that. It starts going towards your direction, you move to break even, it goes against you, it takes you out of the trade, no profit, no loss. Your capital is still intact. Then, if you want, you can get in on a different position or different direction. You can actually do that, or you can just wait out till you see another very good um, pattern again, or setup rather, another very good setup that you want to take on a particular trade or a particular pair that you trade. It's far better than when you don't manage your trades. Now, if you guys recall our last analysis on gold, I think that was Tuesday or Monday. I told you guys something. This trade was live then. This trade had not hit full TP. I think that was Monday. It hadn't hit full TP. I told you guys that what I'm expecting is for gold to come down. Like I'm still expecting it to come down, which was the whole idea for this trade. As of then, I think this trade was somewhere here. Somewhere here. Now, if you notice, it did continue till it hit like full TP, and it even went lower. But as usual, I just target 1 to 2. They went lower, and right now, gold hasn't given us a clear direction yet. By the way, it hasn't. But for some weird reasons, I'm still expecting it to go down. Personally, I'm still expecting it to go down. Might come here, take out liquidity here, then before it continues downwards. But personally, I am still expecting gold to go down. I'm not expecting gold to go and create a new all-time high yet by breaking this level and going up. Even if I know gold pro trend is the upside, I'm not expecting it to go create a new all-time high. But it will be interesting to see it sweep most of the liquidity directly on top of this level that it has attempted to go above about twice. It's attempted to here and here. So it will be interesting if we see a sweep of the liquidity here before it crashes down, or if it effectively breaks out of this level and continues up to maybe somewhere here or somewhere here. But however, my attention is on gold. I want to see what to do, how it's going to react here. If it's going to react and have rejections here to short it, or if it's going to break out towards the upside to long it. So it's a waiting game right now. It's a waiting game. My strategy now for gold is patience. I will look at River next. Actually, let's see your analysis. You can share your screen. Let's see what you think. You can share your screen. After
Okay.
which I'll look at River.
So is my
Okay,
screen
that's good.
visible now?
Yes, yes, it is.
Okay, today, normally I normally say that every Friday morning we normally see an upward movement on BTC charts. Yes, I have actually noticed it a number of times, and this upward movement normally continues till probably around 8 or 7. Then before we kind of keep going down. Now I don't really know how far how up we can go, but overall expectation, I'm still expecting a short position, to have, I'm trying to enter a short position. So overall, my first target is that I'm hoping that BTC will get to this level, this 70,300, or from just 70, even from 69,700, I'm already setting a position of short. Then I might keep adding till this place, then maybe cut off here, then I maybe wait again till this moment of 72. But I don't see us getting to 72. Sha. So, but this is I'm talking about for today. Today, I'm hoping that BTC goes up to this point before entering a short. But I've already kind of I already set an order at 69.7, and then another order is 70,000, then 70,300. Then with my first stop loss here, then meanwhile waiting for another order. So this is my general overview for Bitcoin today. And then just in case it fails, because you cannot always place 100% sure, then I might actually wait for it again at 72,000. But general overview, I feel like we are still going down. There's no room for upward movement for now. Maybe from March, but for now, I don't see any reason why BTC will actually go any will go up. I think people are really bearish. Meanwhile, let's say doesn't really know uh, doesn't really know what's the next movement to take, so they are waiting while others are bearish. So that's the reason why I feel like, man, we are just going to keep going short. So this is my analysis for today. Shorts at this range and at this range. Anyway, let's see how it goes. Then also after today, I'm also planning on closing it, because Saturdays I normally feel like Saturdays tomorrow. I normally feel like Bitcoin actually peaks. So after today, let's say after early morning today, I might close every position I have while waiting for now. I might not trade again till Sunday evening. Then wherever Bitcoin is, I might just try to short it again. So that is it for today, and probably to the end of this week. Okay, thank you.
All right. That's good. That's good. Let me just briefly share my screen on Viva. Let me share my screen on Viva. Well, that's a nice analysis from your end. That's very good. So on River, briefly, so if you guys recall, this is like a trade on River that we were on Monday, Tuesday. Now, if you recall, there was something I said as at that Monday, Tuesday, there was something I said, which was if BTC doesn't react Monday, Tuesday, and it's going towards the downside, then this trade will most likely fail because of to force River down to this level again. And if this level fails, River can have a free fall to 3 point something to $4. That was what I said. I said 3 point something to $4, which is here, because that's where you have the next solid support for River. 3 point something to like $4. Yeah, so specifically that was what I actually said. And if you notice, BTC actually dumped, forcing River down, and the only minor resistance River has right now that is stopping it from going lower is just this tiny liquidity here that it has to take out. That's the only thing that's holding it. Now, if BTC makes another dump again, that would be brutal for most altcoins. BTC right now is trying to get to 69.70. If it fails to and it dumps aggressively, this will be like a smooth free fall to like $4 or less for River, at least to this level. 4 point something $5 at least for River. So I'm not looking at, which was what I told you guys too on Tuesday, that one of the reasons why I've not accumulated River is because of if it gets that free fall, long term, by the way, aside swings, long term, why I haven't accumulated it is because of there's an opportunity for a free fall to about 3 point something to $4. That's one. Secondly, I've not established their profitability. I haven't been able to very much establish how profitable the protocol is. One. Two, their tokenomics, if they are emitting more tokens or if there isn't tokens for reward or if they plan to buy back with a percentage of their profit. Like I've not been able to establish any of that. So I can't go and start accumulating it long term. I said that on Tuesday. I can't because before you start accumulating something long term, you need to see that these guys are profitable. This is the FDV. Chances of this thing going lower is there, but it's not so much. Chances of it going higher is quite much. You need to look at those things, which is something I've established for Red, but I haven't for River. So that was what I said that day. So even till now, I've not started accumulating it for long term. I haven't. Yeah. So is there any other question? So someone is asking, Red River, Max Apex Dash, what is the assets and plan to late when they bottom out? If I have money, yeah, Dash. There's a tendency for Dash to still go below $30 if BTC edges towards 50, 52K. Dash can still bottom out at around 25, $26. It's there. LTC, $50 LTC, very strong, like really, really strong. So even if LTC does a flash down in the range of 41, 42, 44, I feel it will easily reclaim $50 again. I feel so. I feel it will easily reclaim 50. For to DC, the thing is it will recover fast. That's the major thing. It will recover fast. But if red dumps to 10 cents, that would be amazing. If it dumps to 10 cents, it will be really, really, really amazing. But I do know that red can easily recover fast, very, very fast, because they are generating revenue. They have a good product. They have a solid business model that works and is tested. And they're one of those projects that 5, 6, 7, 10, 15, 20 years, they can always still be around because they are servicing or they are feeding different DeFi protocols or projects. It's Oracle service, which is quite huge. And the next project I think something similar that I read is Chainlink. Chainlink. Now you can see the huge discrepancy in FDV. Chainlink is high up there, red is very, very down in terms of FDV difference. So red can easily run to $1 easily. You can easily do a $1. And once the market bottoms out, where BTC finds a final low, either it's 45K or 44K or 40K, if BTC gets to that level, that is when assets like Red can now start outperforming BTC by appreciating faster, while BTC is maybe correcting or doing 2, 3, 4%. Assets like Red can now be doing 30, 40, 50, and gradually appreciate over time to their true value. All right, so I think that's all I'll be taking. Yeah. Someone asked them, how do I know how will I know when this asset? That's one thing to note. So once BTC price bottoms out, then that's amazing for alts. Then the next thing now is for the alt project, you need to ensure they are not selling coins to fund the project. Because if they are selling coins to fund the project, even when BTC bottoms out, they'll still keep selling to fund the project. And one thing that people fail to understand is if these projects are selling, they are selling in excess of $1 million to fund the project because the cost of salaries is actually quite huge. If you check the team, the amounts they are spending on infrastructure and the whole lot is huge. It's not, it's most likely annually over maybe $700,000. So these are things we need to factor. Same time, and it will be impossible. I don't know if you can hear me.
Your voice is actually cracking.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, but your voice is cracking before.
Oh, okay. Sorry, let me just be sure. Is it better now?
Yes, yes.
Sorry, let me just be sure. Is it better now? Okay. Okay. So I was saying I totally forgot. Today is Friday, so it's still Monday. Our next live stream will be on Monday. So see you guys Monday and do have an amazing weekend. Bye, guys.
Bye.